Hi, thank you for checking out my presentation. My name is Bing Bai. I am an art teacher and a behavior therapist. In my interview project, my interviewee is a 25 years old female, recently diagnosed with ADHD. Her parents are both Colombians. She grows up in the New York City, and she is currently a college student doing a part-time job as an ABA therapist. In terms of her cultural identity, my interviewee feels that both Hispanic and American cultures have shaped her identity as she grows up. Most of her life here, she feels connected but somewhat distant from her Colombian roots. On the one hand, she loves traditional culture as its warmth and caring, as well as a strong family bonds and a friendly community culture. On the other hand, as a New Yorker, she also finds American value in herself. She specifically loves the cultural diversity in New York City. She especially likes how people celebrate LGBT culture here. With her dual cultural identity, she has to navigate between two cultures. She highlighted the stereotypical view of disability in traditional Colombian culture. This always makes her feel disconnected, and she feels people have a restricted understanding of ADHD and autism. She talked a lot about the gender roles and the stereotypes in Hispanic culture. For example, girls are often taught to do more household work, while boys enjoys more freedom. As they grow older, women have to balance careers with extensive household and child care responsibilities. This makes her decide not to pursue marriage because she wants to get rid of this burden. Both genders share equal opportunities in getting into schools nowadays. As she shared, she particularly mentioned that her parents has high expectations in terms of their academic and financial achievement. Regarding disability, she described the stereotypical view of disability in her culture. People have less awareness of invisible conditions like autism and ADHD. They believe that traditional Colombian medicine is better than Western medicine. She has tried to convince her family that she must take pills every day. However, they believe her current struggles are temporary and she will get better and be cured in the future. She said that her family does not understand how her ADHD impacts her everyday life, and this misconception has made her really feel really frustrated. Um, she mainly mentioned the three cultural related barriers all through the interview. First is related to societal expectations, and uh, she has pressure to conform to traditional norms like having a family, a successful career, and making 100K a year. At the same time, her disability like ADHD and bipolar disorder are often misunderstood or ignored, making it more challenging for her to meet these expectations. In addition, the lack of support and understanding from the society it's more burden to her. She said it's frustrating when people question why she can't meet these standards like everyone else. This lack of support makes her feel isolated. Well, she has some strategies to overcome the barriers. First, she found more enjoyment among her neurodivergent friends as they share similar experiences and can support each other in meaningful ways. These are experiences that neurotypical people might not understand. Secondly, she continues to explore practical tools to help her manage her ADHD and navigate daily routines, such as alarms and gym sessions. When she has deadlines, she will have someone alongside her to keep her motivated. But she's still looking for strategies that are more effective. As for the work environment, she likes slow-paced and calm work setting. She lacks a flexible routine with some variety to prevent boredom. She likes employers that are not too strict. She also finds she can't do the same work for too long. She frequently change her job. The reason is she always feels bored after work for a while. When she feels bored, it's time for her to navigate new possibilities. However, this also makes she feel she gave up something, reminding her that she's not going to be a successful person as her family expected. Discrimination. Interviewee shared she does face racism because she's minority, but she found more discrimination because of her disability. Especially when she was in school, she was singled out and bullied because classmates thought she was a weird child. Unfortunately, there was no intervention from her teachers. She said that her teacher may not know how to do intervention in those situations. She emphasized the need for greater awareness and support for disabilities in educational settings. Here I asked her how she would handle a similar situation as a adult. Is there anything changed in her response to discrimination? She mentioned that as a child, she kind of had herself in the fantasy world, immersing herself in fiction or TV shows to avoid conflicts because she felt powerless and helpless. However, her approach has since changed. Rather than avoiding conflicts, she now actively seeks support from friends and families. She recognizes the value of finding her own community and getting support. When we discuss autism, she thinks autism is just a different way of thinking and being. She also sees value in autistic characteristics. She finds autistic people usually have unique perspectives, and we should celebrate neurodiversity instead of viewing autism as a deficit. As an ABA therapist herself, she finds ABA therapy works for autistic individuals. She believes that it can enhance their life quality and facilitates social interactions. She sees significant benefits in ABA therapy, but she also sees real challenges such as how can we ensure positive outcomes in ABA. So here is my summary of this interview. First, it's crucial to recognize the impact of cultural background and cultural experiences on neurodivergent individuals. These factors influences how they perceive themselves, how they shape their worldview and how they understand their cultural milieu. Secondly, neurodivergent individuals face very unique challenges and barriers. These are often influenced by their cultural experience and their environment. For example, the interviewee discussed her struggle with the idea of ableism, especially the burden from her family. Additionally, I think individuals have multiple layers of identity, such as gender, minority, age, disability, and profession, which can complexify each component of one's identity. In this case, the interviewee identifies herself as Colombian and American, and she finds it challenging to resolve her identity crisis in both cultures, but more challenging in traditional culture. As ABA professionals, it is essential for us to embrace these differences and more importantly, support neurodivergent individuals in self-advocacy. Moving forward, I hope that ABA therapy can lead to more social change. I hope more and more people are involved in the social movement. In this way, we can empower neurodivergent populations and celebrate neurodiversity. I hope you enjoy my presentation and have a good weekend.